Quick update on the US-China trade front, because this one moved fast. The two sides say they've hit a preliminary consensus, a framework, for a deal. 2 days of talks in Malaysia on the sidelines of the ASEAN summit. Here's the headline: 100% tariffs starting November 1st. Officials say that's effectively off the table. That calms market nerves. When the tariff threat rose on Friday, U.S. stocks lost about $2 trillion in one day. Stakes are high. What's in the framework? Rare earths, fentanyl, trade flows, shipping fees, trade flows, soybeans, rare earths, magnets and minerals inside EV motors and smartphones. China controls about 70% of global supply and moved to tighten export controls. The U.S. pushed back, hence the tariff threat. Now Beijing could delay that licensing regime for about a year. That would keep supply chains from getting squeezed as manufacturers plan 2026 runs. Fentanyl, public health and law enforcement issue. Both sides signal preliminary consensus on curbing precursor chemicals and tightening export oversight. Details matter, but agreement on a framework is notable. Trade flows. Expect the tariff truce to extend past November 10th, lowering immediate risk for importers and retailers into the holidays. China reviving substantial U.S. soybean purchases, Midwest farmers, ag shippers, rail. Next steps: Trump and Xi meet Thursday at APEC in Gyeongju to review and sign off. If locked, expect a relief rally, even if deeper structural issues like manufacturing imbalances or cutting-edge chip access aren't solved. That's the longer game, not solved in 1 week. Politically, both sides call it a win. U.S. tariff hammer forced movement on rare earths and fentanyl. China pushed back on a double standard while keeping critical exports stable. In practice, de-escalation, less shock to supply chains. Fewer surprise costs for businesses. A little more predictability. Watch for 3 signals this week. Any written commitment delaying rare earth licensing. Specifics on fentanyl precursor enforcement. Exact length of the tariff truce extension. If those land, manufacturers breathe easier. Farmers see orders. Markets recover some of that $2 trillion drop. If they don't, you'll hear tariff talk again, fast. Framework agreed. Tariff threat paused. Leaders meet Thursday. Short-term calm. Long-term questions. I'll update once the handshake turns into signatures, or not.